Hey there, students. Thank you for being part of this presentation today. My name is Luis Silva. I am your economics teacher, and today we are going to be focusing on economic systems. But what is an economic system? The definition is that an economic system is the method used by a society to produce and distribute goods and services, or better yet, how the government tells us what we can get and how to get it. There are four factors of production that we need to look at, and the first one is land, the second one labor, the third one capital, and the last one management. Let's go to land right now. Land is the natural resources needed for production. For example, if you have a whole bunch of land, you may have a big forest, which many times you can use or cut the trees in order to make different things. In the United States, for example, we use a whole bunch of wood in order to build the homes, and that's a natural resource. Labor, the work and knowledge to change the raw material to a product. So in order to have an efficient economy, you have to have different groups of people that know different trades. For example, you have the people that work cutting the wood and making the wood into the different pieces that go into a house. Then you need to have contractors that actually put that wood together in order to build the house. Capital, the investment made to production. This includes factories, machinery. You need, for example, the factories and you need the machines in order to be able to properly cut the wood that is used to build a home. And lastly, management, which is basically the entrepreneur. You also need that management component, the entrepreneur, who will take all the risks in order to create or do something that will benefit society, and at the end of the day will make the entrepreneur a whole bunch of money. All economic systems must consider the following questions. First, what goods and services to produce? Second, how will they be produced? Third, who will get them? And fourth, how much will they produce now and how much will they produce later? Each economic system answers these questions in a different way, as we are going to see in the next slides. Types of economic systems. There are four basic types of economic systems. The first one is a traditional economy. Economic systems are answered by habits and customs, the way it has always been done. By the way, a traditional economy is basically an economy that goes back thousands of years. It has always been done in a certain way, and those people, those societies do not want to change. Children work the same jobs, parents worked, often farming or hunting, and for the most part they fear change. So they stay doing the same thing day after day after day. For example, if the father was a farmer, his son may be a farmer. If the father was a fisherman, his son most likely will be a fisherman. And some of the examples that we have is the Eskimos, the Amish people, the Bush people. Those people or those societies practice traditional economic system. Command economy. The government basically answers the basic question. Some of the advantages of a command economy is that in an emergency, the government is able to act fairly quickly and provide for all the people equally. Some of the disadvantage is inefficient, no incentive to work hard or be creative. What do I mean by this? Well, assuming that you live in one of these countries and you want to become a doctor, there's no incentive for you to become a doctor because you will spend 8, 10, 12 years committed to becoming a doctor. But once you're done, your salary, your compensation will probably be the same or very close to the same as everybody else, despite the fact that you may have spent 10 years or more out of your life, but there's no actual incentive for you to work hard. Some of the countries around the world that manage or have command economies are Vietnam, China, North Korea, the former Soviet Union, and Cuba. The third economic system is free market economy. Economic questions are answered by individual buyers and sellers. Supply and demand influence the economy. If people ask for more cars of a certain type, well, the manufacturers and producers, they will actually create more of those cars that people want. If people want more hybrid cars, well, a lot of the market, a lot of the businessmen, the entrepreneurs, they will manufacture hybrid cars because that is what people want. So this is again the idea of supply and demand. People act out of self-interest. Motive for profit drives the economy. In this case, you may want to become an entrepreneur because there may be money that you can make. So the motive for profit will drive you to go out into the world and take risks to become a millionaire and make plenty of money. Our free market economy is also known as a free enterprise system or capitalism. And well, actually, most people know it as capitalism. Some of the examples of free market economies include Japan, Western Europe, and obviously the United States. Mixed economy. No economy is pure market. No economy is pure command or pure traditional. Elements of each appear in all economic systems. Some have more elements of one economy than others. We have here again market economy, mixed economy, and command economy. Obviously market economy, the United States, mixed economy, we have Great Britain, and command economy, we have in this case China. Now, American mixed economy. While the United States is mostly a free market economy, it does have elements of a command economy. Now, some of the features of American free market economy are: first, economic freedom. Individuals have the right to choose. Second, competition. More than one producer of goods, services ensures choice. So people can go to one restaurant. If they don't like another restaurant, they can go to another restaurant, and so on. Private property. Number three, individuals have the right to own their own property, including business. This is a key component of our American free enterprise system or capitalism, that people are able to purchase lands. People are able to have their own piece of land and basically do what they need to do with that land. Four, again, we're looking at the features of American free market economy. And the fourth is self-interest. Individuals make decisions based on what is best for them. Fifth, voluntary exchange. Individuals may freely buy and sell goods. Another key component of the American economic system, that you can basically exchange, in this case, your dollars for some good. You can exchange your money for anything out there. And six, profit motive. Individuals are driven by a desire for profit, a desire to make the dollars. Now, features of American command economy. One, government regulations of some business practices. For example, wages, labor hours, safety practice. All of these ones are features of command economies. If you are a business owner, you are to follow the law, for example, that you are to pay your employees $15 an hour. Labor hours. The law states that if a worker works in a day more than 8 hours per day, any extra time, you are supposed to pay them overtime. And you also need to provide your employees safety. The work environment, the workplace has to be a safe place for them to actually carry out their duties. These are all features of a command economy that we use here in the United States. Government limits certain choices. For example, cannot buy or produce certain goods, services. So let's say that you have this wonderful talent and you want to go out there and put together a factory that manufactures guns. Well, guess what? You can't do that. In order for you to do that, you have to try to get approval from the government. If the government tells you no, then it's not happening. If the government tells you yes, then it's happening. And also, government provides aid to the needy. this is really important because we have a lot of people that are very poor. They cannot afford, for example, medical expenses. Then you have people that are over 65 years old that do not have the means to provide any medical expenses. And obviously, it is in the best interest of the nation to care for these people that need the most. And some of those programs include Medicare, Medicaid, and welfare. This is a command economy feature. Where you provide Medicare, you provide Medicaid, and you provide welfare. Despite the fact that many people see basically socialism as an extremely evil component of society, most of those people are not aware that Medicare, Medicaid, and welfare are features of American command economy. So once again, make sure that you fully understand how our economic systems work. Now we have reached the end of our presentation. Please make sure to subscribe and continue to follow us, continue to follow our channel, and we will bring you more videos as we move forward. You have a good one.